welcome. These are horse racing selections for Friday, the 24th of November. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Quiet week's what I said. I think this could peak it for Friday. £19 stake, £1 short of £20. That is the plan. We've got 3 bets. We've got one UK split leg Yankee, which is made up of Chepstow, Ascot and Southwell. I've only actually got one race at Southwell. I thought I'd have a lot more. I just got one race, 2 horses at Southwell. That's it. And then I've got a combo double bet between a race at Southwell and a race at Dundalk. And then I've got a Dundalk Canadian. That is the plan, £19. Yeah, and I don't know at this stage. That could be more than Saturday. I think it's going to be a quiet stake week. So I'm going to keep the video fairly brief by my standards. Going to not have any other additional topics tonight particularly, and just uploading it a little bit late tonight. Just took a little bit longer to get through it all. There was I went down a few rabbit warrens to find a few things, and some of those holes I've come back up with something, and some of them I've just left it down there. We'll see how we go. So I've just got to go through Thursday, and then we'll get on to Friday, and I think that is the nature of the vid. So Thursday, we had this as our only bet for the day. We got the easy bit done. I mean, it didn't look secure all the way around, did it, for third place? But the horse got placed. And then I got the hard bit done. That got backed in. I think I said 16s to 18s. I think was what I'd said. I think the right price was. Yeah, it's been about 20, 25, something like that. Anyway, far shorter than 66, and was a comfortable third, which has carried on a nice little run. To this week, we've had a 50 to 1 second, 150 to 1 second, and a 66 to 1 third. All different days, so we'll see. I've got one big O price coming at you for Friday, so we'll see if we can carry on the little run. So yeah, easy bit done, hard bit done, and then no good. That one drifted out to something ridiculous before the off, like 150, I think. And then generally not good. This one, there was a massive punt on that, so some people might have clocked it. There was a right punt on that right before the off. It went down really, really short in the betting. But blew the start, really. It's a horse that runs up with the pace, and Marco Gianni, I don't know what happened, whether it was the horse or him or what, but he got left behind a little bit. And once you're in that kind of a race at Wolverhampton, it's very, very hard to make up ground. You put too much energy if you're going to go wide. You just literally have to sit and suffer. So yeah, if you're a prominent horse and you get stuck, that you're toast. So in total, I worked that out as 10 on 9. It was 9.47 back, so a loss of 53p. Going on to the 10p win from the day before, I think I'm down 43 pence for the week. That is it. Moving into Friday. So 2 days down, 2 official days to go, 43 pence down. So we are all to play for Friday. So let me talk you through the plan for Friday. This is it. So that's 6-8. Hopefully that's clear. 680. I was trying to make it easy enough when I was doing additional stuff, because I've got horses in this combination double. I've made sure the singles are all in there to make sure these pages weren't as too busy, but we'll see. Okay, we've got 3 jumps in the afternoon, and then we've got this Southwell race. Starting off, I've got 1 horse at Chepstow, and I'm going to take a bit of a flyer on this one. Sometimes you've got to look at these risky biscuit ones and think, can you catch something here? So Sniper Point, if all you do is you judge that on its 3 runs in the UK, since it's come over from France for Alexandra Dunn, you would say that horse is priced very, very accurately at 80 to 1, because it's done nothing, absolutely nothing. Now, what I'm willing to do at 80 to 1 is take a chance on walking past that bare form of those 3 runs and say to you, this horse was picked up in a claimer in France. And, horses are in claimers for all sorts of reasons, but basically, people can buy them cheaply. And often horses are bought out of claimers because they are going to be a horse that might be gambled on, You're never going to get a top quality horse in a claimer. Certain yards pick out horses from claimers, certain ones don't. Alexander Dunn, if you look at the history of the yard, does come up with big price winners from time to time, and does come up with horses that are run in insufficient conditions at times, and then they pop up in the right conditions. Plenty of yards are like that, but we're on a yard that has got some level of previous for that sort of thing. Now, if you look at Sniper Point, the 3 runs it ran in the UK were all good to soft. When it ran in France, it predominantly ran on horrible ground, very soft ground, heavy ground, soft ground, a lot of it Auteuil, which is a right bog. And what you've got here is this horse is now at Chepstow going to be running in a bit of a bog. So it's the first time since it's come over from the UK it's running in a bog. So that is an interesting thing in itself, because in France it never ran on good to soft ground. So what you can't tell from those 3 Duff runs is it just not a very good horse anymore? And she's not trained, it's not trained on, or it was picked up because it was a bit of a duffer in France, whatever. Or is it that actually this horse is really good on boggy ground and that's what it needs, and that's what we're trying with? The other noticeable thing with it, running at Chepstow, is Ned Fox is booked to ride it. And what I try and do is I don't follow jockeys specifically, but you need to sometimes stay ahead of the fact of look at some of these conditional jockeys, look at the decent ones before it becomes kind of widely known. So like your Billy Locklanes of the world, everybody knows Billy Locklane's a good jockey, he's ridden out his claim now. But getting on these ones early. Ned Fox has got a really good strike rate for a £5 conditional. He's also got decent form at Chepstow, so he knows how to win at the track. So that's a nice little helpful thing. And this first time he's up on this horse. So I think that it's an interesting jockey booking. It's on boggy ground, and you put those 2 things together, and you add in the previous with the trainer on certain things. And you go, I think there's an argument, a case there that that's worth having a little play on 80 to 1. So that's what we're doing. That's our biggie. 235 Ascot Zambezi Fix, a horse in form. If you get quick, you can get 14s on 365 on that one. To be fair, you can get 100s on 365 on that one. So if you're quick, 6 runner race. You've actually got 365 Betfred and Sky paying 3 places. So if that doesn't change, that is officially what the channel will claim off those 3 bookies, because I claim off place terms as long as 3 bookies are paying. If we lose a runner, that won't be the case. But as it stands, Sky 365 and Betfred, 8 to 1 each way. That's a great bet. That horse is in form. It's being run quite quickly from last time because before its £3 rise in the handicap kicks in. So it's technically £3 well in from coming second last time, and a good second. The front 2 in that race were well clear. So yeah, definitely. I mean, you're not talking huge value because it's an 8 to 1 horse that probably should be. If you're paying 3 places, it's probably like a 4 to 1 shot. 2 places, it's a 5 to 1 shot. So in theory, not many points, but potentially double. You get double value if you look at that from 365 Sky or Betfred. 310, I see you well. We backed it last time. There's no reason why that horse shouldn't run well again. It does put in the duff run. Should be about 8-9 to 1. 20s is a great price. 25s on 365 if you're quick. And then finishing off 615. The only Southwell race I like, I've got 2 here with it where definitely got some previous back history where they could go well here. So we'll take a chance. And Plastic Paddy is my lean. It's a slightly bigger price, and it is my lean. So if they were the same price, it would be my lean. But I thought it's the only Southwell stuff I've got in. I'll split leg it in the Yankee. So there's no more stake on Plastic Paddy. It is a slightly bigger price. So Plastic Paddy and Alexander James. So 1 Yankee, Sniper Point Zambezi Fix, I see you well with Plastic Paddy. Then the next one, Sniper Point Zambezi Fix, I see you well with Alexander James. 2 lots of 10p each way Yankee. And then we've got 50p each way singles, Sniper Point, I see you well, and a 20p each way double makes it 680. There are singles on these 2, but they're on the combination double bet. So very important bookie advice here. Sky are best. 365 second best, Betfred third best. They are particularly the 3 best bookmakers for this bet. If you can't get any of them, then Betfair, Unibet and Betway are your next best options for this bet. So Betfair, Unibet and Betway. 6.80 is your bet. Then bet 2 is the Dundalk Canadian. I'll whiz through these a little bit quicker. 6 o'clock, that was a straightforward enough pick. Indiana Gray 12-1. 7 o'clock, I've got 2 in that because I've got it in my combo double, and I've put my lean in the Canadian for this one. So the River Runs Deep 22s. The 7:30 was the race I took a lot more time over. I really struggled to kind of make a decision on that one. There was about 3 I could have gone with. And from a value perspective, I've nudged it on Gurkha Girl, stepping up in distance. That's the question mark. That's why I'm flagging that one. It is a little niggle on that. Everything else about the horse I'm quite happy with. But yeah, stepping up in distance is a little bit of an unknown. Last time it looked like it was staying on. Time before didn't. So we'll see. Gurkha Girl at 18s. 8 o'clock, Mossaheb 16s. Just to flag on that one, there is... the horse that's first reserve, which we've got previous on, Hinamoa. You can get 25s, 28s in places. I think that's a really cracking price for that horse, but I didn't want to put it in the staking plan as a first reserve. So for those of you, if you have a look, keep an eye on that 8 o'clock race. If something comes out and Hinamoa gets a run, definitely worth putting a single on there at that sort of price. And then 8:30, I've got a right shorty, really. Nothing else. There's nothing at a price I was even thinking I wanted a little punt on. So I'm gone for what I think is the most solid option in that race. So Grace Solution 11-2 to finish us off. So it's 10p each way Canadian, and then 350p each way singles. Indiana Gray, Gurkha Girl, Mossaheb. Those are those. 8.20 is your bet. Sky Best, and then 365 Paddy or Coral. Joint second best. And then Unibet, Betfred, Betway or Hills. Of the major bookies, I would be avoiding for this one Betfair and 888. Betfair and 888. Avoid for Dundalk. So often, I've been saying different bookmakers. Hills has been one to avoid recently, but Hills are fine for this one. It's 888 and Betfair. If you're betting online, avoid those two. 8.20 is your bet. And then bet 3. This is my combo double with singles. 6.15 Southwell, Plastic Paddy and Alexander James. Going on to 7 o'clock Dundalk. The River Runs Deep, and we've added in here Kuwait Direction. 4 times 25p each way doubles. 4 times 25p each way singles. £4 is the bet. Sky Best. Again, it's quite specific bookie advice here. 365 second best, and this is to do with the place terms on this Southwell race. Joint third best, Unibet, Betfred, Betway. Their bookies paying 4 places on that 6.15 Southwell. For a bet like this, you really want to get a bookie with 4 places because it's such an advantage over a bookie paying 3 places. So that is that, and that's the staking plan. £19. Just a word on Fairy House. There's a few interesting races at Fairy House. But for me, I felt like it was the type of races where I didn't want to bet on the night before. So I just wanted to see if there's some non-runners coming out, see what a little bit of movement there might be in the market. There was nothing I felt like I needed to jump on early, so I've left Fairy House out. But there is some interesting betting markets at Fairy House, is what I would say. But just nothing I was prepared to put on the channel from a night before point of view. All right. I think that's me for today. I will be back. Not sure if Saturday's video could be Friday night or it might be Saturday morning. Not sure yet because I know I'm out early Saturday morning. So I shall come back to you on that one. So could be Friday night. It's not going to be super busy. Yes, chance it could be Friday night. I'll keep you updated in the comments. All right, that's me for now. Have a good Friday. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.